Hi everybody, it's me, Lindsie Star, and I'm about to, I'm just ready to do this, and I guess I should address this. Shame. Sorry, I was looking at, something else. Nothing. What's going on? So, if you guys see the title, it says Wrestling Vlog. It says Sami Callihan and Johnny Gargano and more. First things first, I want to address about Sami Callihan, and this has to do with also with Eddie Edwards. So I don't know if anybody had heard what happened on Impact, but I did not know this until I had to figure this out. And what happened was, it was back around January 14th, and he posted a photo. I wish I could show you, but it has graphic, but it's kind of graphic, but the tweet says, not like I was going in, sorry, let me try this again. Not like I was going to let a little baseball bat to the face stop me from watching my Patriots last night. Hashtag Patriots, hashtag AIP. So, I was wondering, what the heck happened to him? It turns out that I had to find out that Sami Callihan did this during the Impact tapings, which apparently it probably was aired more than a couple of days ago. I don't remember. I didn't see it, but all I heard is what happened. So, apparently it was Sami Callihan who did this, and I was stunned hearing about what happened to him. So what happened was, I heard that Eddie got attacked by Sami, and it happened during the Impact taping in which it was aired. But I'm looking to see if anybody looking for the post about this. But what happened is that you can see that Sami went kind of like if he was in CCW. But this is what he did to Eddie during Impact. And however, I'm trying to look for it. And the reason why I just want to mention about this is, with the situation with Sami Callihan, I mean, everybody should know about this, but I'm just checking out my sources to see if I can find the, see it, but I don't know. But it's all about somebody, I don't know. But anyway, so what happened of that, the timing of that time of that episode happened, from what I can tell you, Sami got backlashed, and I'm not kind of happy about this as much as anybody would, but I know that he got backlashed, but the hate comments came from not the wrestling fans, but two wrestling familiars. One of them being Jim Cornette, which apparently he's been on everybody's radar since he decided to insult. He has been lately been insulting. he has been lately been insulting Kenny Omega on Twitter, and especially even one time he insulted Kota Ibushi, which I know the two of them are friends. And anyway, and he also has been, and Cornette has been lately been on has been on the insulting on the Young Bucks as well as Joey Ryan, and I know it's kind of ridiculous and whatnot, but I mean, he's been lately been targeting people. Well, and I heard actually somehow I also had read in some tweets that somebody had attended a wrestling convention, and it turns out that they were mad at that Jim Cornette harassed them, and I don't know who said, I don't know, it was somebody, but anyway, I'm trying to find out what, because I'm gonna show you what. Actually, maybe I can see what's. Maybe actually, let me see about Sami. Actually, probably I'll read this. Here it is. Callihan Death Wish and Sami. At least, yeah, so alright, even though I wish I can show you, but I wish I can show you what Jim Cornette tweeted, but I just want to make sure. Oh, because somebody says, okay, so what Cornette says, he says, okay, I just saw this for the first time. Eddie Edwards should have beat the I can't say this because he's swearing, but he said he should beat the blank out of this stupid F. Don't get mad at me. This is Cornette's words. He set it up. Shoddy was careless with his like swing that he shouldn't have been doing it to begin with. And then he says, who the F trained Sami Callihan? Effing hot. I'm just leaving that so you guys can figure it out. And Sammy's response says, this hurts, Jimmy. I'll keep watching my bank account go up. But now I know somebody screen grabbed this rip, but I'm just leaving it as that. But somebody also responded to him, and apparently some people are just annoyed, but I don't know who had it. Ugh. And if anybody wants to look, just find, go search under Twitter, Cassius Ono. And just understand, I blocked both of them. Not Sami, but the other two. He had something, and I'm nearly was kind of mad. And if anybody who has been a fan of Sami Callihan, they should know about Sami's past, mostly the that kind of Sami would do something like this if this was CZW. But when I saw somebody had, even though I wish I could find it. Hang on, let me see if anybody else has it. No, wait, what? Excuse me. I don't know who had retweeted this, but I just don't know who would do this, but alright, no, it's not. I don't know. You guys have to look at this yourself, but somebody had just screen capped this, and I was like, really? And I was like, why on earth is Cassius Ohno getting involved into something that does not deal with him? So, yeah. So, I'm kind of like wondering, why is he getting into this? I mean, and he's part of NXT, but why is he getting involved into Sami's conversation, especially with Jim Cornette? Because, first of all, what had happened with Eddie Edwards, yes, it was terrible. But questioning about who trained Sami is none of Cornette's concerns. In fact, actually, that's a very good question. Who trained Sami Callihan? I'm pretty sure I'm going to search and I'm going to get a Wikipedia entry. Yes, everybody was looking for Sami Callihan, like I did. Oh, jeez. Everybody's talking about him. And this happened, like, back in January, during the tapings. Let's see. Pretty sure I'm going to... Les Thatcher. Oh, boy. Well, Cornette, you want to go yell at Les Thatcher? According, that's what Wikipedia is saying. I don't know if it's true or not, but if he did train Sami, I'm pretty sure Cornette's going to have a feud against him. And apparently also Sharp Boy? Really? I don't know. And Cody Hawk. Wow. When I went to search to see who he was trained, top stories about this. Apparently, if you just search, looks like Cage Side Seats reporting, says, yeah, it says in case you, according to a little bit of Cage Side Seats, and I'll include the search, you guys can check it out. Cage Side Seats says, in case you missed it, an Impact Wrestling is working very hard to make sure you don't. A post-match spot that was taped in January but aired on the promotions. For somebody who's proud to write about Sami and Eddie, First of all, you don't dress Impact Wrestling as a promotion. It's a company still. But the company's most recent Pop TV episode on March 1st went awry. A baseball bat swung by Sami Callihan sent Eddie Edwards to the hospital after it hit him in the head, and a steel chair that Callihan, for some reason, placed over Edwards, even though Eddie clearly had to hold it in place to make it look like it was pinning him down. And I heard that Sami was supposed to address that, but anyways, continue on saying one of the most advantage of Impact's months in advance taping schedule is that by the time the episode was seen by the public, Edwards was medically in the clear. So in other words, Eddie's okay. Hey, for those who are wondering. So everyone involved can get on with the business of using the incident to get attention on the product. And it says something that non-Impact employees were happy to help out. Something, I guess, what does the heck does it mean? I mean, who's the writer? Oh, Sean Riota. Non-Impact non-Impact? Are you just saying the fans? That's weird. One of the selling points of the Edwards-Callihan spot is how ill-advised or how poorly executed it was. Impact brass seemed to know that would draw some interest from internet fans and release multiple angles and slow motion of footage of the incident. I'm not going to show it to you guys because I don't want Impact Wrestling to go after me. But if you want to see it, I mean, I'll just leave the link to the search of it. It says here, one of those drew the ire of Jim Cornette, who raised some legitimate concerns in a signature profanity-laced tirade. Yeah, I read that, and it's terrible. Sami fired back with a pretty classic response, and I read that. Oh, here we go. Which drew criticism from NXT player coach? Wait, he's not a player coach, dude. He's NXT superstar. Who drew criticism from Cassius Ohno? Yeah, Chris Spradlin. Otherwise, to everybody on the internet who knows him well as Chris Hero, who drew criticism. And this is what I was talking about. Chris's response to Sami says, Really? This is zero correlation between how much money you make and what happened in the ring. You should be embarrassed and shamed. You know what? If I had something to say, if I did not already have blocked him, I would say, Chris, sit your butt down, boy. And let's talk about embarrassment. How much embarrassment you got your butt handed by one of your former students. And I'm not talking about Cesaro. Anybody who attends the AIW shows was between 2013 and 2007. No, let me just say this. To any AIW wrestling fan who attended the show between, let's say, of November of 2013 and December of 2016, will know what I'm talking about. Well, I should say December 2015, and I'm not talking about him getting his butt kicked by Eddie Kingston. I'm referring to the one who follows me on Twitter, Tim Donst. Just let you know. And it's none of his... and actually, here's my thought. first of all, it's none of Chris's concern about what Sami did. And second of all, he's acting like he's thinking Jim Cornette. If I catch him talking about this as again. Oh, and I love this response to the writer did. He says, but pro wrestling. Is Death Machine in character with his retort to oh, that's funny. He's calling Cornette corny. His Twitter, but is Sami in character with his Twitter retort to Jim Cornette? It's always hard to tell, as wrestlers will use social media to both advance angles and relate to the fans as the person behind the gimmick. And I've seen a lot of posts. I've seen actually somebody post on Instagram, and there are fans defending Sami and saying that he's a nice guy. And I would have to agree with him because Sami is also considered to be the booker for CCW. And, you know, I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to defend Sami because, you know, this is actually Sami in character. But as always, Jim Cornette has been a pain in everybody's butt since he's been on the assault on insulting everybody, especially when he went after Kenny Omega, which Kenny did nothing wrong. And so I'm just saying he's in character for Sami, but at the same time he's dealing with this like any of the other wrestlers would who've been on the latest thing. And everybody should know, and anybody who knows Sami Callihan should know about his time in CCW. And even though he's back and considered to be a booker, and I don't think DJ Hyde will get rid of him. And plus, if I'm just saying this, I'm just hoping that if Sami is watching this, I hope he rebooks Tim Donst. I hope he books Tim Donst on the next CCW show. Because last thing I heard was he was supposed to be showing up, but I didn't in somewhere around December, but I don't know. And continue on reading the rest of this part. It says here, it led to workers working on other workers in the past. And Sami is clearly using the flap, including his social media exchange with a man coincidentally nicknamed after a baseball bat. As part of the angle, he gave the interview from TMZ. Last 24 hours... Yeah, see, this is what he says. The last 24 hours have been rough for me, and Impact Management told me it's my best interest to go out of my way to address what went down last night on Impact. Well, back in back on January, he meant. So, yeah. So understand what's going on. Just what went down last night on Impact Wrestling on Pop. I hit this... last night on Impact Wrestling on Pop, I hit this man in the face with a baseball bat. In the last 24 hours, I've been getting all this hate and this negativity online. And Impact says, yo, you have to go out of your way to make this right. People are saying we crossed the line. Sorry, I picked my nose, but it's dryness going on. Let's see. Actually it's not been 24 hours. Understand, and this took place back in January. And Sami has been getting a lot of heat from this, and, And he says, from the bottom of my heart, I have to tell each and every single one of you, I'm not sorry for a single thing that happened. Look at me and tell me I'm not being serious. I do not feel bad. Because because understand this. Even though this aired on March 1st, he has to judge what happened. In fact, understand this took place back in January, and this nothing had been opened up until this. And understand, these are what Impact is doing. So understanding what is going on. And believe me, I don't know why Cornette's getting involved, but I don't know why Chris is getting involved, but he should butt out. Because this is nothing have to deal with him. And it just deals with Sami Callihan. And understand, Chris is part of NXT as one of their talents. And I think, I hate to say this, I wish Matt Bloom just reprimanded him. So, him or Regal. I'm sorry, but this is not his concerns because he's not part of Impact. He already had a chance to be part of Impact. In fact, if anybody can find me a video clip of him, as I think he did one, probably two, I'm not sure. But if you do, please send it to me through Twitter. But please don't tag Chris, okay? Don't tag him at Catches Oh No, because I do not want him to find out. Because like I said before, I already had blocked him, and I just don't want him to be involved. And then it continues on saying, TMZ is messaging and interviewing Eddie Edwards when they should be interviewing me, the most dangerous man in professional wrestling today. And then it says here, oh yeah, and Jim Cornette, and he says, you can kiss my A2. This is pure hilarious. I'm glad he's taking a shot at Cornette, because Cornette has been a pain in the butt for a while. None of which it is to say that spot was a good idea or should have been run, let alone aired, or that Sami's wasn't reckless with his swing, or that Cornette and Chris don't have valid points. I have to agree. I mean, they don't have valid points because Cornette is an angry man, as always, and Chris needs to butt out. He's not part of Impact. He's not part of Impact Wrestling. He's part of WWE. He's part of the NXT roster. You know? What is all the Impact responded, Impact saying, the views expressed by Sami Callihan in this video does not represent of those of Impact Wrestling. He's more dangerous and unhinged than he has ever been. But it's all part of the story now. Yeah, it is. But Cornette, yeah. I mean, Cornette can come on to Impact. Now, as for Chris, again, like I said before, he needs to butt out, or I shall go crazy. And maybe AIW and Powerbomb can release the the full video match of Chris Hero versus Dim Don'ts that took place at back in December 2013, and again from November 2015 on AIW's show Hell on Earth. I know I shouldn't say, but yes, it's the name of the show. And actually, speaking about AIW, and mostly because of the second part of this, and I will address about it also one with Hero and the rest, is Johnny Gargano. And I'm putting it right here because I can see it right here, but it should be down in the script, down the bottom of this video, stream/video. But yeah, I know everybody else has been talking about this. Maybe I should write about this so we can, yeah. Oh great, Wrestling Inc. got stuff. Oh, so apparently they're mentioning about. Yeah, they are also mentioned about this. Alright, so the second thing I want to address is about Johnny Gargano and what I said in the past with AIW and ultimately about Hiro Cashirono. So I will mention about them too, because I'm going to regret following Private Hill NYC, because that's a brand, so understand and about this. But anyway, so during the weekend, NXT was around in Ohio, and Michigan, and I think even Illinois. But anyway, so around the time during the NXT show in Ohio, I think it was Cleveland. Johnny Gargano, and it's been noted that Johnny Gargano had something to say about upon ending the show, because he and his wife Candice LeRae, and yes, I do mean this legitimately, because they did get married prior to Candice LeRae being signed with WWE. And what happened was, I guess, I don't know how the main event went, because those two had teamed up together and went after Almas and Zelina. Ugh. Even though I also blocked her too. But Zelina, no. Stay at Trinidad to me. After the show had just ended, I guess after the tag team match had ended, in the main event, Gargano had to say something, and he addressed the fans and talked and saying that he had give a huge thanks to, he mentioned of John Thorne, Josh Prohibition, and about AIW, and had everybody chanting in the at the building where they were performing Chandler Biggins. Now, I know there are a lot of you. I know there's a lot of WWE fans are questioning who the heck is Chandler Biggins, why they were chanting it, and what about AIW, AI Wrestling, or Absolute Intense Wrestling. Well, let me explain about this. First, let me talk about the promotion AIW, Absolute Intense Wrestling. They had followed me since back in 2013, late of 2013, and I love what they do. So you can say I've been a fan for almost 5 years of the wrestling promotion, and they're based out in Cleveland, Ohio. Some of the matches they had mostly involved with wrestler names, including Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae. I know Samoa Joe, Nick, and Matt Jackson, and had performed on the show. Also Kevin Owens, Cassius Ohno, yes, Chris Hero. Tim Donst had been a mainstay until he had lost the Absolute title, but I don't know what is going on with him as of late, so I don't know. So, and it's lagging. Yay. Not good. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So, yes. Now, as I understand, it is owned by John Thorne. And you guys are wondering who is Chandler Biggins. Chandler was in fact part of the AIW staff. You could say that I think he was what? I think co-owner, you can say. Anyway, what happened was last year, he got sick, had some kind of bacteria, and he was and he was in the fight for his life. But, last June, or was it last July? No, last June, he, ultimately passed away. And everybody was hoping he would make through this, but he hasn't. I know there were a lot of the wrestlers and family, friends, and fans attended the funeral service, and it was terrible, and it was heartbreaking that he ultimately passed away. And it nearly sucked. So, what Gargano did during that week, and I think it was Saturday, was it? It was Friday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday. What Gargano did was really the most ultimate respect out. And because of that, because Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae have been trainers for the AIW wrestling school. But now I don't know who's in charge. I think it's John Thorne. So, yes. So, because of this, both Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae had done this. And had trained some of the students. And before they had trained, well, not all, but I think the first group. But I was just glad that Gargano was showing out respect for them, and especially because of John Thorne and even Josh Prohibition. Probably also could be another trainer, I'm not sure. So, anyway, so because of that, Gargano really wanted to put the focus on AIW and John Thorne, and of course Josh Prohibition, because these guys are continuing on. And I do want to give a huge thank you to Johnny Gargano to mention AIW, and hopefully people can go to the show. And if one huge building can go and attend that show, maybe one day AIW can perform in that building. Because believe me, I can tell. Now, the other thing I know what everybody is on my mind is let's see, what else did I also talk to you guys about? I don't know. There's not much else I could say. I mean, I really wanted to talk about is Sami Callihan because of what happened. And I had to say that because it's just that after what happened and what going on with Jim Cornette, because he is like really kind of crazy. It just makes me mad, that's all. Um, I'm sorry about the background. This is kind of a weird situation, but it's... Sorry about the background if you guys are hearing this. Wait, garbage? I thought garbage not until tomorrow. I gotta talk to my... I'll deal with that later. Apparently I'm gonna have to talk to my mother about this. Let's see. I think there's something going on with New Japan, I believe. Besides the huge announcement that was made for the Los Angeles, the Walter Pyramid show in Long Beach, California. And it deals with the young... Whoa. Sorry about that. I hit something by accident. I do apologize for that. I just can't believe that happened. I'm just hoping it did not pick that up, because I'll be very angry it did. Shoot. Probably gonna be in trouble for this. So yes, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I hit it accidentally. It's kind of advertisement. And just thinking... And I should have had my phone turned down. Sorry about that. But anyway, sorry, hey, gee. So, I'm looking through the New Japan Global Twitter account. That's NJPW_global. I'm looking to see what's going on. I mean, I heard there's supposed to be some kind of a tournament going on. Yep, got it. There's a tournament going on, I guess you can say that is happening. Oh yeah, here we go. It says here, brackets unveiled for the New Japan Cup. Tanahashi is back. Tachi and Zack Sabre Jr. make cup debuts. All 9 shows will be aired live on New Japan World. So, hello. Okay. So, within 4 days, New Japan is having a show, having a tournament called the New Japan Cup. Sorry, I'm going to show you my phone, but here is the card of this. And if you guys want to check it out, go to the English website of New Japan, which is njpw1972.com. So, apparently, this is... I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but this is the tournament bracket. But I'll read it to you guys. So there's tournament. It says this year's the first round of the tournament will take place first place over 4-9. 2 matches on March 9th in Korakuen will be followed by 2 more next night in Aichi. So 9th and 10th will take place of the first round. On then March 11th in Amagasi, and then March 12th in Tamamatsu. Okay, so it'll be taking place in from March 9th through the 12th will be the first round matches. The quarterfinals will take place over 2 nights on March 14th and 15th in Fuji and Korakuen, seeing two matches each. March 16th will be the one semifinal in Korakuen, with the second going down on the 18th in Hanamatsu, and then on March 21st, the New Japan Cup winner will be crowned in Nagaoka. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time saying it. Now, those who are in the tournament are announced, including the names who were announced for this tournament are Yoshihashi will be taken on against Kota Ibushi. Tetsuya Naito will be taken on against Zack Sabre Jr. Toru Yano is taken on against Davey Boy Smith Jr. Chuck Taylor will be taken on against Sanada. Oh boy, I can't say this, but I have to. Michael Elgin will be taken on against Tomohiro Ishii. Juice Robinson will be taken on against Yujiro Takahashi. Hiroshi Tanahashi will be taken on against Taichi. And then Bad Luck Fale versus Lance Archer, or better known to me as Lance Hoyt. But, yeah, and I seen this, and I seen Lance Hoyt's posting this on his Instagram account. You can follow him on there at Lance_ or Hoyt. And that is HOYT. Yeah. And they're talking about this. So if you guys want to check it out, go right ahead. And actually, let me read you about the match that is actually the one match that is kind of concerned to me. It's Bad Luck Fale versus Lance Hoyt. It says, according to the English website of the official New Japan Pro Wrestling, says here, from a new heavyweight to a pair of super heavyweights. Bad Luck Fale versus Lance Archer is a battle of the two biggest men in the competition. And believe me, I like both of them. But not like certain it says here, Fale is over 350 pounds, while Archer stands at well over 6 feet 6 inches. It's a monster clash. Last year, Fale made it all the way to the New Japan Cup finals for the second time in his career. Now the underboss wants to finish the job. Guess he didn't win last time he was in it, which it was last year. As infighting has erupted in the Bullet Club. Oh, wow. Good thing they mentioned about that. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, is the reference to being the elite. If you guys need to go check it out, just search being the elite. Founding member Fale has stayed true to his mantra of relax, and his focus may bring him to the Ryogoku main event. It's a strong possibility Fale could end up have this match. But then again, don't count out Lance Hoyt. And it says here about him, When Archer returned to New Japan with Suzuki-gun last year, injury and a focus on tag team contendership removed him from the New Japan Cup and the G1 and Climax tournament. Now he and his partner Davey Boy Smith Jr. will be looking to make their mark, and in Archer's case, that means everybody dies. I don't know, this is kind of a crazy choice. I mean, this has gone crazier than the Chris Hero versus Tim Donst matches took place in AIW. Ew. But you have to understand, Foley is, according to they saying, he's over 350. He's not even, actually, I'm pretty sure he's I'm not even close to that weight. And yes, damn. I wish I could sing Lance Hoyt live, but I can contest this, but yeah, he is tall. I mean, especially if you ever seen him either on Impact, WWE in the past, or if you haven't, go search for, just search, the Rock and Rave infection in Impact. That's what it is. That's what he was known with. He was wrestling as Lance Rock at that time in Impact when he was tagging with Jimmy Rave, and Christy Hemme was their manager / Bellette. Or like I said in WWE when he was wrestling as Vance Archer with Kurt Hawkins. Or, pretty sure you can find a lot of more of Lance Hoyt. Probably, especially his time in Pro Wrestling Noah. Especially you can find him and Davey Boy Smith Jr. with their matches against Big in US. I'm sorry I'm laughing about this. Don't ask me about that. Tweet that at Colt Cabana. I'm sorry I had to laugh about that, but that's how it is. So, yeah. I don't know much I can say about Fale, but despite of what he had done, and especially he was part of that situation. I can't. I'm sorry I'm laughing. If you guys have heard what happened at last year's G1 Climax, actually, if you didn't, go check it out. What happened, what Bad Luck Fale did. Alright, I don't know, but if I have to choose between those two, I don't know. I'm more say I would give Lance Hoyt the victory over Bad Luck Fale. Even though I have respect for the underboss, but I know much more about Lance Hoyt than I do with Fale. I mean, I would go through others, but on account of, I don't know how the other matches will go. Well, except for everybody would agree with me, the match between Ishii and Gonzalez, everybody wants Ishii to win. And because after all what's going on, what Elgin did. Oh! Whoa, the Tokyo Pimpson. Oh, right. How the heck did I forget? The charismatic Juice Robinson is taken on against Yujiro Takahashi, aka the Tokyo Pimp. He's part of the Bullet Club. Yeah, Tanahashi's taken on against Taichi. Let me just make sure I got this right. Yoshihashi will take on against Kota Ibushi, which is going to be shocking. Though I could say he is probably, despite of what's going on with, despite of what's going on with the Bullet Club, and also because of the turning of the Golden Lovers, and just let you know, because especially what Wikipedia had done, somebody had infiltrated the Bullet Club pages. Until the match happens, and I will say this, until the match is happening, and if Kenny comes out victorious, or Cody beats him, Kenny's still the leader of the Bullet Club. And as for Kota, you can say that he is somewhat part of it. Unless something changes. Understand that. So understand that he is in fact he's somewhat in an alliance with Kenny. So you can say he's somewhat part of the Bullet Club. Though everybody will argue against me and saying he's not. But as long as he's seen with Kenny, he is. But not as an official capacity. Just saying this because it still is. Actually, this is funny. They're talking about, so this is what they're talking about. It says, also in Amagashi is Kota Ibushi versus Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi has shown on fire so far this year, immediately gunning for Tetsuya Naito, but got denied February 10th in Osaka. Yoshihashi will look to get his 2018 going in earnest, but will have to do so against Kota Ibushi, against Kota Ibushi. Wow, there's some typos and things that are not making any sense. Against Kota Ibushi, who had beat him in the G1 last year. As for Ibushi, the Golden Star is riding high after a victorious reunion with Kenny Omega. He'll look to ride those vibes to a second New Japan Cup win after victorious in his tournament debut back in 2015. With Kenny taking time off to rest a mild neck injury? Uh-oh. This might be favor for Cody. Oh boy. And the Young Bucks. Oh boy. This might be bad. Ibushi is fighting on behalf of both of the Golden Lovers in this tournament. Oh. Damn. This might be bad. I didn't know he was on. Oh, this is bad. This is going to be favoritisms for the Young Bucks and Cody. And speaking about the Young Bucks, everybody still want to know what happened after the night when Cody attacked Kenny, and everybody and everybody would suspect of what happened during being the Elite. When Kenny and Kota showed up at Nick and Matt's hotel room. Though it's still not being addressed, so I don't know when that will be happening, but once it do, I'll probably talk about that. So, yeah. So, anyway. So, for those who are wondering what it had... So, let's review what happened, what I addressed. I had to talk about Sami Callihan. What Callihan is doing is what he's doing as portraying as a character. Despite Jim Cornette and Chris Spradlin, otherwise known to most of the wrestling community, has known him as Chris Hero, or to those in the WNXT realm knows him as Cassius Ohno, who had butt into this. That is nothing have to deal with this. What is going on, especially since Chris needs to back out. I also talked about Gargano, AIW, and then of course I had to go into New Japan. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up because it's been over an hour and I have to do some things. But anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. Please make sure you follow me on my social networks, and also make sure you follow me on Twitch as well. And also make sure you stick around here to make sure to hit that like button. And if you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure notifications are definitely turned on. And thank you. Anyway, guys, I'll try to do another one again soon. Until then, bye.